Hello everyone and welcome back to the Denver Broncos franchise. In the last episode, we kind of got proven frauds by the Kansas City Chiefs, who ended up with a blowout scoreline beating us 47-21. In reality, it was more like 33-21 and just a couple boneheaded mistakes by me at the very end when the Chiefs could have easily run out the clock and they chose not to, led to a 47-21 scoreline. So it was a lot closer than it looked, but still, I think the Chiefs dominated us. I think we were finally proven fraudulent by a very good team, and we have a lot of things hurting our momentum going forward. If you recall from last episode, we're going to be terrible at blocking in the upcoming game against the Raiders. I think we have -5 or -3 run block and pass block for the next game against the Raiders, who are 3-4. They're not the best team that we've ever faced, but they're not a bad team either. In fact, it looks like every team in the AFC West is pretty solid. Speaking of which, let's take a look at standings around the league. The Steelers are 5-3, the Ravens 4-4, the Browns 3-4, and the Bengals 3-5. In the AFC South, the Titans are 5-3, the Colts are 5-3, the Texans are 3-5, and the Jags are 3-5. In the East, the Patriots are 5-3, the Jets are 4-4, the Dolphins 4-4, and the Bills down at 3-4. In the West, we are 6-2, the Chiefs are 5-2, the Chargers 4-3, and the Raiders 3-4. In the NFC North, the Bears are the best team in the NFL so far this season, 7-0 to start the year. Vikings 4-3, Lions 2-5, and the Packers way down at 1-6. In the NFC South, the Falcons are 5-3, the Panthers are 5-3, the Bucks are 3-5, and the Saints are 2-6. In the East, the Eagles 5-3, Cowboys 5-3, Giants 4-3, Commanders 2-6. And in the West, the Seahawks are 4-4, the Niners are 4-4, the Rams are 3-4, and the Cardinals are 1-6. Since we are at kind of the halfway point of the season, I wanted to show you stats for our players. Dennis Colbert, 2,148 yards, which I believe leads the NFL with 22 touchdowns to 8 picks. To start the year, he was red hot. In the last 3-4 weeks, he's cooled off quite a bit and thrown quite a bit more interceptions. Rushing, Spears leads the way. He's averaging 69.3 a game, 554 yards on the season with 5 touchdowns. Javonte Williams has just been undeniably worse. Receiving, Chester Truman already closing in on 1,000 yards for the year. He's averaging 107 per game, so not on pace for 2,000, and I think technically he is slightly off pace for even what he did last season, but does have 8 touchdowns. Rashad Winters having a bit of a breakout year this year, 452 yards and 7 touchdowns, has become a big-time red zone threat. Zay Jones has honestly been a pretty good free agent acquisition. Hasn't been super crazy by any means, but has just been solid. 30 catches, 362 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And Marvin Mims has honestly been a little disappointing. He's been the wide receiver 2 this season, and I think if there's anyone that we potentially trade away this offseason, it might be Marvin Mims. Defensively, Justin Reed leads the way with tackles with 63, including 1 TFL. Cameron Bynum behind him in total tackles. Drew Sanders with 51 and 6 TFLs. If we look at who leads in TFLs, it is Zach Allen. Call him Sack Allen, but really it's TFL Allen because he has 11. Devin Bush has 8. Drew Sanders with 6. Baron Browning with 6. Khalil Mack with 6. Baron Browning having 6 despite missing several games is pretty impressive. He also leads the team in sacks, even though he missed, I want to say 3 or 4 games to start the season. Zach Allen has 3 sacks. Devin Bush has 2. Khalil Mack has 2. Drew Sanders 1.5. Baptiste 1. And Quincy Walls, the undrafted corner, has 1. Let's get into this bye week. We've got a weekly award winner. It's Drew Sanders, who had 9 tackles and 2 interceptions last week. We've got a bunch of players ready to negotiate contracts. Let's go ahead and try to re-sign Nick Benito. He's only 25. This is another guy I'd like to lock up for a really long time. Let's go 4 years, and we'll go up to 4 and 5.5 on the salary and the bonus respectively, and he takes the offer. We've got Nick Benito through his age 29 season. And I'm also going to offer Jaleel McLaughlin. I really like him as a depth pickup. We don't need to offer him as long of a contract. I'm happy with 2 years. In fact, I really like the look of this offer right now. Let's see if he takes it, and that's exactly what he was looking for. So we've brought back Jaleel McLaughlin to continue to be our 3rd string running back for now. We've got 1 player to upgrade, and that is Tajay Spears, who has been an excellent elusive back this season. So we're just going to keep putting points into elusive back for him. He goes up 1 awareness, 1 juke move, and 3 spin move, which I almost never use the spin move. And then of course we've got this bye week event to contend with. Coach, you have to be happy heading into your bye week in 1st place. What do we need, really? I'm not worried about stamina too much, so maybe the XP and losing a little bit of stamina. Need to be firing on all cylinders coming out of the bye, so we're sticking to the grind. I don't want these guys rusty or sluggish because of time off, and I think keeping the routine will help. Extra work put in during the bye week has paid off 500 XP for all players. No week off, your players were unable to recuperate. -7 stamina is actually really bad. Wow. That did give us quite a few more players to upgrade, one of them being Javonte Williams. Javonte is an absolute beast of a running back. I would love to get him maybe up a little bit more on elusive back, to be honest. Get the juke move a little better. He can truck over just about anyone. He's one of the strongest backs in the league right now. He gets 3 ball carrier vision, 1 juke move, 1 spin move. He's up to a true 88 overall, so he's a very good running back and still quite young at 25. It's just that Spears has generally been outplaying him. Nick Benito has an upgrade. I am heavily considering putting him back in at the starter over Khalil Mack at this point, maybe for the back half of the season, just because Khalil Mack has been quiet and Nick Benito, young with star development, is only going to improve while Khalil Mack is only going to go downhill. I'm going to focus on speed rusher for him. He really needs to get his block shutting up, so maybe I should have gone elsewhere, but he does get +2 finesse moves, which I will take. Dennis Colbert, our rookie quarterback, has an upgrade. And if we look at his ratings, honestly, he's a very accurate quarterback already. So maybe we should get him better under like pressure and on the run a bit if we can. So maybe we go improviser for him. He gets better on the run, under pressure, and deep accuracy, which are all kind of 3 weaknesses of his game currently. 1 throw on the run, 1 throw power, and 1 throw under pressure. So very good upgrade for our boy Dennis Colbert. Now up to a 93 on throw power with 79 deep accuracy and really good medium and short accuracies. He's already turned out to be a very good player. And then of course, Jerry Perry, a guy who doesn't see the field a ton, but I think absolutely could. If Chester Truman were to ever go down with an injury, I think this is the guy I would plug in to be the wide receiver 1 because he is the most similar in skill set. Really just needs to work on route running more than anything, but I might go playmaker for him just to get him a scheme fit, even though I don't like the upgrades it gives us, but it gives him additional XP. Holy cow. 1 awareness, 2 ball carrier vision, 1 break tackle, 1 catching, 1 juke move, 1 medium route running, 1 short route running, and 1 spec catch for Jerry Perry. And finally, our superstar rookie tight end, Jay Stewart. Guy just needs to work on literally everything he can. So we'll just dump more points into scheme fits for him. +2 awareness, +1 break tackle, +1 catch in traffic, 1 catching, 1 deep route running, 1 juke move, and 1 medium route running for Jay Stewart. So I think I am going to try Rashad Winters in a wide receiver role for a week. So let's go ahead and move around the depth chart a little. We're going to have Jay Stewart and Zach Ertz be the tight end 1 and 2. Chester Truman, of course, will still be the wide receiver 1. And we're going to try this. Rashad Winters is going to be the wide receiver 2. I think maybe just for a game, I want to play around with it a little bit. The offense hasn't been bad by any means, but I'm just trying to get the best players on the field at all times. And I think that Jay Stewart has a lot more potential to be a really good tight end than Marvin Mims does, where Rashad Winters has the speed and is a little bit smaller for a tight end, and I think easily pivots into a wide receiver role. Officially, we have moved on to week 10, and the Chiefs did win their game, so they are now first in the AFC West because they are 6-2 and of course hold the tiebreaker over us. Our next 3 games, outside of I guess the Raiders not being that great of a team, are quite difficult. We play the Eagles and then the Chiefs again. We do have a breakout linebacker this week. I was reviewing last week's game film and 2 things come out to me. 1, our defense was lights out. You're welcome, by the way. And 2, Devin Bush might have been the best player on the field. Keep an eye on that guy. If he has another big game against the Raiders this week, we might have a future superstar on our hands. That would be incredible. That means our 2 sub linebackers, Drew Sanders and Devin Bush, would both have superstar development, and that would be insane. We need to hold the Raiders to less than 200 total yards. Probably not going to happen. We have one of the worst defenses in the NFL. Or Devin Bush needs to get 2 INTs, forced fumbles, TFLs, and sacks. I think that's very doable. I think Devin Bush could easily earn superstar dev today, and that would be awesome. So I've made quite a few changes to the offensive scheme. You're going to see Rashad Winters primarily as the wide receiver 2, although sometimes he will still be in at tight end alongside Jay Stewart. Also made some changes defensively. I am going to move Nick Benito to the right end 1 over Khalil Mack, and then Khalil Mack is going to be the new second defensive tackle to Zach Allen. Being that we run a 4-3, you will still see quite a bit of Khalil Mack, but I think it's best to get Nick Benito on the field as much as possible, especially with the new contract and being that he has star development. The slot wide receiver going forward is going to be Zay Jones. I think he has outplayed Marvin Mims, and so for now, he is going to be the slot receiver, but you are going to see some of Marvin Mims still. I did some formation subs to make sure he's going to get on the field. You'll also see a little bit of Marcus Dickens, who had a breakout performance, I think, in the preseason and deserves a little bit of playing time. And of course, you'll see a touch of Jerry Perry as well. But there you have it, a long intro to this episode. Let's get into this week's action against the Raiders in Vegas. We've got the weekly strategy here. They, of course, have the second quarterback taken in the draft. That's Mario Haywood. He's an excellent scrambler. scrambler. So I'm actually cool with trying to contain the QB scramble. And offensively, we are going to continue on running it inside, especially because we want better run blocking against a guy like Max Crosby. So this is where injuries really matter. Let's see if our offense is nice and healthy. They are. And defensively, hopefully healthy as well. And ooh, we do have one injury. It's Cameron Bynum, who's going to miss today with a dislocated shoulder. That means that Dante Wake is going to get the start at safety, which will allow Quincy Walls to get the start at slot corner for today. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think that makes the most sense. We have some players to upgrade after that. Blaine Wynn, our starting center, being one of them. He needs to work on his run blocking really badly. Let's go into power for him. He is not a great run blocker, but is an excellent pass blocker. And of course, he gets 2 pass block power out of the power upgrade, but only 1 run block and 1 run block power. And Quincy Walls has an upgrade, and we'll just go man-to-man for him. Try to get him even better with that star dev. 2 awareness, 1 man coverage, 2 play rec, and 1 zone coverage. The rookie Raiders quarterback is struggling, actually. Just under 1,600 yards, 9 touchdowns to 10 interceptions on the season. He does have 2 rushing touchdowns with just under 150 yards rushing. Josh Jacobs has been an excellent running back this season. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get into this matchup against the Raiders. Allegiant Stadium, a stadium I'm all too familiar with my Tyler Gibson superstar quarterback career, as he is the starting quarterback for the Raiders. So I play here a lot. Let's just say that. Dennis Colbert, let's see if he can lead the Broncos to a bounce back victory coming off the bye week. Let's see if we can get to 7 wins on the season. The Broncos are going to start with the ball here in Vegas, and we are underway. Jerry Perry back to return, and he is going to take this one out. He's got Marcus Dickens blocking in front of him, breaks a tackle, but goes down at the 26. And that is where Dennis Colbert and the Broncos offense will take the field for the first time today. So a little bit of a new look offense today, as you'll see quite a bit more of number 89 there on the right. That is Jay Stewart. And you've got Rashad Winters all the way out wide to the left. But on this play, it's going to be a handoff to Tajay Spears. Good blocking in front of him, and this is going to be a good pickup to start the day. Gets to the 44. That's 17 yards off rip for Spears. From the 44, it's 1st and 10. Colbert will hand off to Javonte Williams, and a pickup of 5 for him will make it 2nd down. From the 49, it's 2nd and 5. Colbert back to throw. Wants Zay Jones and has him. Room to run down the field, pushed out of bounds just inside the 30, and the Broncos are on the move early. 2nd and 10 from the 29. We're going play action. We're lobbing one down the field for Jay Stewart, and he is 6'7", but nobody was going to get up to that. An overthrow from Colbert. 3rd down and 10. Dennis will look to throw. Has Jay Stewart wide open this time. Makes the grab and forced out of bounds inside the 5. 1st and goal for Denver. From the 4, really the 4.5. Up the gut. It's Javonte Williams. Really nowhere to go. Maybe got the half yard we were missing. 2nd down. On 2nd and goal from the 4. Colbert back to pass, wants Chester Truman and has him. Touchdown Broncos. Chester Truman not involved on the rest of the drive, but involved where it matters most, in the end zone. And it's a touchdown for the Broncos. Offense looking good to start the day, and it's 6 for Denver. 7-0 Denver, and here comes Mario Haywood, the new starting quarterback for the Raiders. He'll look to throw on his first play. Zach Allen in the backfield chasing him down. He throws it away when Baron Browning gets there as well. And it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 25 as Haywood out of the shotgun to throw again, and it's intercepted. It's Quincy Walls. He got the start today because of the Cameron Bynum injury, and it immediately pays off. He's gotten 2 starts, and now he has 2 picks. Quincy Walls, what an absolute beast. Picking off the rookie Mario Haywood, and Denver will take over near the 20. Clearly, it was the right decision to get Quincy Walls more playing time, as now on 1st and 10 from the 22, Colbert will throw over the middle, has Chester Truman, and it's his 2nd touchdown of the day. 1 play on offense, and it's another touchdown for the Broncos. The 2nd one of the day for Chester Truman off the Quincy Walls interception. These young players on this Broncos team are making a difference. It's a rookie quarterback to a second-year wide receiver off of a rookie cornerback's interception. Mario Haywood is bad under pressure. That was one of the reasons we never looked at him as a potential quarterback option here in Denver. And this is going to be the first carry of the day for Josh Jacobs, who breaks out of a tackle brought down by PS2 after the pickup of 3. This Raiders offense struggling to start the day. Could definitely use a Tyler Gibson at quarterback. I think that's for sure. On 3rd and 7, it's Zach Allen. Call him Sack Allen. A big one. Loses a bunch for Mario Haywood. It's 4th and 13, and the Raiders are going to punt it away. Jerry Perry back to return, has some room. What is the start of this game? It's a punt return touchdown for Jerry Perry, and with 4 minutes left in the first quarter, it is 20-0 for the Broncos. I never commentate punt returns because nothing ever happens, but this time, Jerry Perry gets a punt return touchdown, and the Broncos are killing the Raiders to start this football game. This is exactly the start you want if you're Denver after the big loss to the Chiefs, as this is going to be Haywood throwing to, that is Josh Jacobs, for a pickup of 3. Only Haywood's second completion of the day, and the first one was to Quincy Walls. 2nd and 7 from the 28. As we're sending a blitz, and that should have been a pick 6 for Quincy Walls, but he dropped it. 3rd down. It has been an absurd start to the day for this Broncos team. Defense playing insane, and insane they continue to play. Khalil Mack in his new position at defensive tackle gets a sack. 4th and 15 for the Raiders. This was a screenplay, and Haywood just couldn't get it off. It's going to be a 4th down for the Raiders. They'll punt it away again. The last punt return from Jerry Perry was a touchdown. Can he do it again? He's got running room to the right side. This is a good start to the return. Jukes back inside. I thought he had it for a split second. Down at the 30, an excellent return for Jerry Perry. Before anyone says anything, I'm just going to show you my options. If we go into settings, no cuts, game options, all Madden simulation still. I didn't change anything. The start of this game has just been absolutely insane. I don't even know what to say at this point. It's 21-0 for the Broncos, and now we're in prime position to score again. It's not even the end of the first quarter, as Javonte Williams will get the carry and pick up a couple. I think sometimes these games just happen, and we've got to enjoy them when they come around, as Dennis Colbert back to pass will throw for Zay Jones, who has the completion, goes out of bounds at the 18. 5 for 6 to start the day for Dennis Colbert. 2 minutes left here in the first quarter, as Tajay Spears will get the carry, trying to follow his blocker. That's Quinn Miners. It'll be 3rd and 3. 3rd down, 3 to go. Dennis Colbert back to throw. Wants Jay Stewart and has him. A diving attempt from a Raider defender means nothing to Jay Stewart. It's a touchdown for the big rookie tight end. And Denver, still in the first quarter, going to extend the lead to 28-0 here in Vegas. If I'm in the crowd as a Raiders fan, I might be leaving. It's only the first quarter, and already I kind of want to bring the backups in. 28-0 is the score. I think the Raiders have something like 7 yards of total offense, and they're going to get all of that and a little bit more on this play. A pickup of 9 for Jacobs. Mario Haywood really struggling so far today. 2nd and 1, the 34. It is a handoff Jacobs, and it's a TFL. I think Devin Bush might get credit for that, although it could have been Nick Benito's. Devin Bush does get credit for 1 TFL on that play, so he only needs 1 more, or an interception, or a forced fumble, or a sack, and he will get superstar Dev. 3rd down and 4 for the Raiders. Haywood has someone in motion there. It's Hunter Renfrow, and he'll look to throw, and it's complete to Renfrow, but no first down. Only his 2nd completion on the day. 4th and 1 Raiders. And mercifully, the first quarter, the first quarter for the Raiders, comes to an end. 28-0 to start the second, and the Broncos have the football. Javonte Williams on a good carry to start the second quarter gets a first down at the 35. Well, honestly, just get into chew clock mode now already. Might as well get this game over with. Feels over already, as this is going to be a read option, and Colbert's going to keep, but it was well played by the Raiders, as that'll be a big loss. 2nd and 13, Divine Diablo in the backfield. 2nd and 13. Colbert will look to throw. Has Chester Truman, but threw it off his back foot, and it is very inaccurate. So it's 3rd and 13 for Denver, and we'll go screenplay for Marvin Mims. Can he get to the edge? Diablo having none of it. 4th and 8. We will punt it away. Will the Raiders offense be able to get anything going? So far, I don't think they've gotten a single first down, or maybe just one, as Jacobs is easily going to get one here. May have more than that, a good open field tackle from Dante Wake down at the 48. Dante Wake almost never plays safety for us, but today, of course, is for the injured Cameron Bynum, which allowed Quincy Walls to play today, as Jacobs breaks a tackle and can't break out of the PS2 Tyreek Stevenson tackle, a pickup of 5. 2nd down from the 43, as Haywood out of the shotgun takes the snap, fires, wants Devontae Adams, has him, but it's punched out by PS2. Patrick Surtain now in the zone, and it is 3rd and 5 at the 43 for the Raiders, as it's going to be a handoff to Josh Jacobs. Excellent run blocking for him. Justin Reed brings him down, and it's a big pickup for Jacobs, who, despite the offense playing horribly around him, is having a pretty good day. 5.5 left to play here in the second. Haywood is under center this time and will be throwing, and has plenty of time. Throws off his back foot, incomplete. In the direction of Josh Jacobs, that's Justin Reed in coverage. That makes it 2nd and 10 from the 25. Haywood calling an audible and looking to throw again. This time under some pressure from Zach Allen, and it's broken up. This time it's Drew Sanders punching it out of Josh Jacobs' hands. 3rd down, 10 to go for the Raiders. May have to settle for a field goal here, as Haywood launching one, in zone, touchdown Raiders, and they needed that. It's Thaddeus Hamilton, maybe the 2nd best rookie wide receiver last season, after Chester Truman, of course, and that was, I think, Damari Mathis in coverage, who just got beat off the line. It was indeed Damari Mathis, and it's 6 for the Raiders, chipping away at the lead. Broncos offense back on the field. 1st and 10 from the 23. Javonte Williams got a carry, and Chester Truman had an excellent block down the field, and that is Glenn Loud, a rookie from last season, on the tackle, a superstar X-Factor safety. That draft pick from the Raiders was honestly a great one, but evidently it's not paying off very well, because they are 3 and 5 and currently getting killed by us. What a play, though. 2nd and 10. That was Epps that broke that one up. Crazy play there. I thought that was a free reception for Chester. 2nd and 10 from the 40, as Javonte, not much there, only 2 yards. 3rd and 8. Dennis Colbert will look to throw, wants Stewart over the middle, and it's dropped. And I mean, that was a dot from Dennis Colbert. Stewart couldn't hang on through the contact. We'll punt it away again. Well, don't look now, but if the Raiders score a touchdown here, they start with the ball in the second half. They could easily make it 28-21 and not allow Denver to see the football again, as Jacobs angry running. 2nd and inches, just short of the first. 3 minutes remain here in the first half, as Haywood changing the play up before taking the snap, and throws, has his man, but it's dropped. That's Hunter Renfrow, 3rd and inches. 3 for 11 for Mario Haywood. Just absolutely been struggling today from under center this time. They're not going to run it. Instead, it's complete to Michael Mayer. I think his first reception on the day. 1st and 10 from the 25. 1st down, 10 to go, 2.5 minutes left, as this throw intended for Mayer again only gets 3, and the clock keeps moving. 2-minute warning come and gone. 2nd and 7 from the 27, as Haywood finds Devontae Adams, and it's dropped. I don't know if you saw the ticker at the bottom, but the Chiefs just blew out the Texans. 35-0 was the final there in Kansas City, so they are on a roll. If we want to stay close with them, we need to win this game, and it looks like we're probably going to. They go into the no huddle after the big Josh Jacobs pickup. 1st and 10 from the 38, 1.5 minutes left. Haywood over the middle, nearly intercepted by PS2. Haywood looking a little bit more comfortable here in the second quarter, but really still struggling, as this will be a throw again, and nearly picked by Zach Allen this time. 3rd down. This is a big 3rd down for the Raiders. Could be the difference between making this game close again and not, as that is incomplete. It bounced off Baron Browning 4th down. I imagine they punt this away. Well, the Raiders left us a minute and 20 seconds, and we're starting from our own 37. So decent field position as we'll throw this for Rashad Winters. There is a flag down. Is this roughing the passer? It's defensive pass interference. I guess he got hit before the ball got there. We will accept that. Automatic 1st down. We move up a little bit as Colbert from the 42 will look to throw. Wants Jay Stewart and has him. Stiff arms a defender and heads out of bounds. 2nd down, a pickup of 7. 2nd and 3. Colbert to throw. Has Javonte Williams underneath. Trucks a defender. Goes down at the 46. 1 minute left. 2nd and 10 from the 46. Colbert back to throw. Only a 3-man rush and incomplete off the hands of Rashad Winters. Makes it 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10, Marcus Dickens, number 84 in the game there on the right side of your screen. And we're going to dump this off to Winters, though. Hope he can get the first, and he does. And we'll call a timeout there with 30 seconds remaining from the Raiders 33. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Colbert will throw for Zay Jones. Push down. 2nd and 5, we'll hurry it up. 15 seconds left. Snap the ball. We're looking for a screen for Javonte Williams. It gets to him, and he's going to get to the 14 before he's pushed out of bounds with 6 seconds left. I think we can take one very, very quick shot to the end zone, and then we need to kick the field goal. Has to be super fast, though. It's Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Denver. It works out. The risk pays off. It rarely seems to, but everything is going right for the Broncos today. And we will go into halftime with an even bigger lead, 35-7. I think I'm going to put in the backups for the second half of this game, as it is just completely out of hand. So if that's something you want to see, be sure to stick around. For now, let's take a look around the league, see who's winning what where. I mentioned this game earlier. Kansas City absolutely decimating the Texans 35-0. The Bears hosting the Giants. The Bears did actually lose a game last week, and our rival Chargers visiting the Titans, where they won 34-24, and they are 6-3. This is a very tight division here in the AFC West right now. On the field now is the entire backup defense, other than Devin Bush, who does need to remain in the game in order to get that additional TFL. That'll be a pickup of 2 for Josh Jacobs. 2nd and 8 from the 27 for Haywood and company. This is going to be a screen for Jacobs, has blockers down the field and gets a 1st down before being tackled by Drew Tranquil. 1st and 10 from the 38 for the Raiders. As Haywood out of the shotgun will hand it off, and that's Devin Bush's chance at a TFL, and Jacobs broke out of it. He was all over it, but it slipped away. 2nd and 11. It was still a TFL, just not for Devin Bush, which is the person we really want to get it, as JL Skinner will bring down Jacobs. At the 42, it'll be 3rd and 6. Can the second string defense get a stop? 3rd down, 6 to go. Haywood, plenty of time, a wide open man. That's Hunter Renfrow. Damari Mathis, terrible coverage there. 1st and 10 Raiders. From the 34, it's 1st and 10. It's another handoff. Josh Jacobs brought down. I think that's Devin Bush. It is, but it's not a TFL. 2nd and 9 from the 33, as Haywood is under center. And we'll hand it off to Jacobs, and has excellent running room. 2 really good blocks, a 3rd one, and a touchdown for Josh Jacobs. A huge run for him after some excellent downfield blocking, and the Raiders going to chip away at the lead just a little bit. 35-14 will be your score after the PAT. And now here is the backup offense. You'll see a lot of Marcus Dickens, Jerry Perry, and Jaleel McLaughlin, as well as the undrafted free agent rookie quarterback, Michael Stockton, who on this occasion is handing it off to Jaleel McLaughlin, who has a pickup of 11 on his first carry of the day. Jaleel with the freshly signed contract, hoping to have a good performance here, as Stockton will look to throw, and it is intercepted. A horrifically inaccurate pass from Michael Stockton in the direction of Jay Stewart is picked by Tyree Wilson, and it's going to be 1st and 10 Raiders. We got to be careful here. Haywood under center First and 10 from the 27. Excellent field position. Jonathan Cooper, though, brings down Devontae Adams on the jet sweep. It'll only be a 2-score game if they can manage a touchdown here, as Haywood downfield wants Devontae. It's his second drop of the day. That makes it 3rd and 10 from the 27. Haywood will throw. Immediately, it is picked by Quincy Walls. His second of the day and his third in only 2 starts. This guy needs to be on the football field all of the time. What an insane game this has been. 35-14, 4:41 left here in the third quarter. Jaleel on the carry, pickup of 4. 2nd and 6 from the 15. We'll go back to Jaleel McLaughlin. Gets the first down yardage. Still not on the ground. Finally finds his way there. 1st and 10 Denver. At this point, I'm a little nervous to throw with Michael Stockton because if you miss that last throw, what other throws is he going to miss? We'll go for an easy one for Marcus Dickens. He makes the catch and goes out of bounds at the 37. 1st down, Denver. You will occasionally still see this man Tajay Spears in the backfield just because of the formation subs, as he'll get the carry, spins off of 1 defender, finds 7 yards, 3 rushes for 31 for Spears. On 2nd and 3 from the 44, Stockton back to throw. Has Jerry Perry way down the field, and he missed the throw. He's had 3 throwing attempts, and all 3 of them have been inaccurate to some degree. 3rd down and 3. Stockton will look to throw again. On the run, he's sacked. It's Max Crosby, a big loss. 4th and 13. We will have to punt it away. 2nd and 7 for this Raiders offense. 55 seconds left here in the third quarter. That's going to be a reception for the tight end, Michael Mayer. 3rd and 1. 3rd down, 1 to go from the 29. As it is going to be a handoff to Josh Jacobs. A ton of running room. This is going to be a huge touchdown for Josh Jacobs. Can Quincy Walls get there to make the stop before the end zone? He can. Good play by Quincy Walls. Every time he's on the field, he puts in maximum effort. Officially, it is the 4th quarter. 10 minutes left to play here in the game. 1st and goal from the 3 for the Raiders. Handoff, Jacobs. Nowhere to go. A bunch of Broncos defenders there. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 3. Haywood. It is going to be a handoff again to Jacobs. Can't get to the end zone. It's Quincy Walls again. There is definitely a chance here that Quincy Walls saved a touchdown with that tackle. We may be able to hold them to a field goal, though I imagine they go for it. And it is going to be 4th and goal after the Jonathan Cooper sack at the 9. And maybe now they're too far away to go for it on 4th and goal. They are doing it anyway. So here we go. 4th and goal from the 9 for the Raiders. As Haywood out of the back of the end zone. That is caught by Thaddeus Hamilton. His 2nd touchdown grab of the day, jumped up and got it. A terrible throw from Haywood, but bailed out by the 2nd-year wide receiver, Thaddeus Hamilton. What a snag from him. Touchdown Raiders. It's only a 2-score lead. 8 minutes left. 35-21 is your score. Michael Stockton has looked horrendous in this game, but Jaleel McLaughlin has looked pretty good on the ground, a pickup of 6. 2nd and 4 from the 31. Stockton hands off McLaughlin again. Really nowhere to go. A pickup of 1. I feel like I'm not asking a lot of Michael Stockton, just to occasionally be able to make one of these very short throws. This time he does, and it's Jay Stewart on the reception. 1st down. 1st and 10 from the 36. Jaleel McLaughlin on the carry, has some running room, and gets to the 42. 2nd down. It is 2nd and 4, and Stockton will throw for Marcus Dickens. Stiff arms a man and gets the 1st down on the bubble screen. Now only 5 minutes left to play. 1st and 10, closing in on midfield, as Stockton is back to pass again, and down he goes. It is Max Crosby once more. Almost no time to throw. 2nd and 16. 2nd down. Stockton to throw. Has Dickens over the middle. Makes the grab. And that'll make it a more manageable 3rd and 9. 3rd and long. What can Michael Stockton manage? He can find Jay Stewart. Well, actually, he can't. He can see him, but he can't hit him. That was a free 1st down for Denver. Instead, it's 4th and 9, and we'll have to punt it away with 3.5 minutes left. Definitely a chance for this Raiders team. It is not over. 35-21, 3.5 minutes left. If they score here, I will probably bring the starters back onto the field. Offensively, PS2 in the game for some reason, despite the fact that he's nowhere near the depth chart. And it'll be 1st and 10 at the 32, as Haywood will look to throw again. Has Michael Mayer wide open. I think that was supposed to be Quincy Walls in coverage, and it looks like maybe he got stuck. 1st and 10 from the 47. Haywood looking to throw, has plenty of time, stepping up to run. Devin Bush all over it. Only a pickup of 3. They'll hurry it up. 2:40 left to play as Haywood out of the shotgun to throw again. Over the middle, has his man. It's Michael Mayer, and it's a good pickup to the 18 inside the 20 go the Raiders. They're hurrying it up again as we are now getting cooked by Michael Mayer. As Haywood over the middle has his man. It's dropped. Thaddeus Hamilton. 2nd and 10 from the 18. Mario Haywood making a drive out of this, making a game out of this as he'll throw, and that is going to be a touchdown for Devontae Adams. Damari Mathis getting cooked today. Whenever he's on anyone, it seems to be a touchdown. He gave up one to Hamilton earlier, gives up one to a Hall of Famer this time, so a little bit more excusable, but still, Damari Mathis getting scorched. Well, call us the Detroit Lions, the way we have blown this lead. Starting offense, back on the field, 1st and 10 from the 22. Handoff, Javonte Williams. He's going to get a first down and a little bit more. Brought down, and that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. A first down will pretty much win the game at this point, as this will be a handoff to Tajay Spears up the middle around the blitzing Glenn Loud. 2nd and 2. 2 timeouts left for the Raiders. 1:55 left to play. Javonte Williams on the carry loses a number of yards. Definitely have to run the ball here to force that last timeout out. 3rd and 4 from the 42. Javonte Williams will get the carry. He doesn't get the first. And the Raiders are going to have a chance to tie this football game. Here we go. 35-28. 1:44 left to play. No timeouts for the Raiders. Haywood throwing crossbody. GG. Justin Reed picks it off, goes to the ground at the 18. What a dumb throw from Mario Haywood to lose his team a comeback victory. What a tragic way to end the game if you're a Raiders fan. You're down 35-7 at the half. Your rookie quarterback makes one of the stupidest throws you're ever going to see, and the veteran Justin Reed there to pick it off. Game over. 35-28 is your final here in Vegas. The Broncos will improve to 7-2, keeping pace with the Chiefs. The score was obviously a lot closer than this game ever really was, although obviously the Raiders had a chance to tie there at the end, and just a boneheaded interception from Mario Haywood. The 3rd of the day, I believe, just really on the struggle bus for the rookie quarterback. We look at player stats. Mario Haywood, 57.8 rating, 44% completion percentage, 164 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 picks. Dennis Colbert, a really good game from him, 127.9 rating, 154 with 65% completion percentage, 4 touchdowns, no picks. And Michael Stockton, at this point, I don't know that he can be the backup quarterback. Like, he was horrendous. Missed nearly every throw, was 4 for 7, so I mean above 50% completion percentage, but I mean could have had like 100 yards passing. There was one that he missed way down the field for Jerry Perry, who was wide open. Just a bad day from Michael Stockton. I do have Stetson Bennett currently on the practice squad. I'm going to compare their accuracies, and Michael Stockton might get demoted to the practice squad, and we might move Stetson Bennett up. I'm not sure. Rushing, Josh Jacobs had 186 yards and a touchdown today. Absolutely disgusting. Javonte Williams, 5.1 a carry, not too bad. Jaleel McLaughlin, 6 a carry, really good. And Tajay Spears, 9.7 a carry, absolutely excellent. If we look at receiving, Jay Stewart in his first game as the starting tight end, 4 receptions for 46 yards and a touchdown. Really didn't throw the ball a lot because it was just a crazy game. We were up 28-0, I think, after the first quarter, so just didn't really have to do a whole lot after that. Zay Jones, 3 for 36, Dickens, 3 for 25, Mims, 2 for 19, Truman, 2 for 26, but both of those were touchdowns, which I believe puts him to 10 total touchdowns on the season now through only 9 games. Winters as a wide receiver didn't work out super well, only had the 1 catch for 13 yards, but I think that is more so that we just didn't throw the ball a lot. I think that he could easily be a really good wide receiver. Defensively, Quincy Walls had quite the day. There were a couple plays he gave up, but honestly, just incredible. 2 picks on the day. Every time he plays and starts, he seems to get an interception. So I think he's going to be the permanent slot corner going forward. He's clearly killing it. Dante Wake led in total tackles. He played at safety pretty much the whole day. And for TFLs, unfortunately, Devin Bush did not meet the requirements to earn superstar development. I really thought he would. He had the opportunity at one point to get the 2nd TFL, but Jacobs broke out of the tackle. And so no superstar dev for Devin Bush, unfortunately. Jonathan Cooper had a sack, Khalil Mack had a sack, and Zach Allen, call him Sack Allen, had a sack. Well, we tried extremely hard to lose that game, but still came away with the dub. We've got the breakout player, of course, which was Devin Bush, and yeah, not going to happen today. We do have a weekly award, and it is for Dennis Colbert. Interesting, even though he only had 154 yards, I guess the 4 passing touchdowns was enough for him to earn AFC Offensive Player of the Week. But anyway, that is going to do it for this episode. In the next episode, we face off against the Eagles, who have a very, very good offense at an 88 overall offense, but only an 81 overall defense. So this could definitely be one of those games that is an absolute shootout. Jalen Hurts, not a great season though, just under 1,600 yards. 9 touchdowns and 3 picks. Very low stats, I would say, for him. But anyways, that is going to do it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I truly do appreciate the continued support, and I will see you in the next episode where we'll face off against the Eagles.